Okay, tubers. I like calling everybody tubers. That's funny. What we're going to be doing today is replacing the upstream O2 sensor. I just, probably a couple months ago, I put a Bosch sensor on it. Do not get Bosch. It's crap. Okay, it's crap. What we're gonna do, there's the purge solenoid. We're gonna take this purge crap. We're not even gonna mess with the purge solenoid. We're just gonna disconnect. There's a little plug that you gotta undo. I'll show you that in a little bit. We're just going to disconnect the sensor. Ow, that alternator's hot. I'm gonna disconnect it like so. Try not to let it touch nothing. We're going to pull this. We're gonna put this bolt back on here. You'll need to remove the coil packs, and when you do so, you'll need a 10mm. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a 10mm 1/4" drive is what I got. You'll need a 13mm and a 6" extension, and again 1/4". And you'll need this special socket, which is a 3/8 drive. Well, I don't know what size it is exactly. 7/8. It says 7/8. It's Autocraft. I got it at CarQuest, O'Reilly's. You can get it pretty well anywhere. It's a 7/8. And it's got this slot out in it for this wire. This O2 sensor wire goes around it like so, and that wire comes out the side of it, and it still tightens pretty good. So I would advise, if you do this, let the car cool for at least 30 minutes to an hour. This one's been sitting for 45 minutes. Something like that's been sitting about 45 minutes. This purge solenoid just slides right off. It just slides right off, the little tabs. I'm gonna push it. Well, I guess just let it hang. I'm gonna take this bolt back off. Set it up here so I don't lose it. And I'm going to take this off. There's a bar down here. This bar right here that I got my hands on and pulling up. That O2 sensor plug pushes in that little nipple right there. It's easy to get out. You just have to take it out with it. But I'm gonna get this socket set up and I'll be right back. Okay, so actually what you want to do is you want to get a set of dikes. Well, I call these dikes. And you just want to clip it off. Clip off that little nipple. Makes it easier to just do this right there and just pull out. Okay, now I'm going to get this set up and I'll show you. I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right down in there on my finger, tip of my finger, is where that O2 sensor is. Now, I'm not replacing this just for the heck of it. It does have a code on it, but I can't remember the code right off the top of my head what it is. And it's also running really rich on cylinder 1. So here, and I've asked around, and it makes sense, but I've asked around and I said, would a O2 sensor cause cylinder 1 to run rich? And they said it very well can. Well, I looked at my scanner. I got a little scanner that I check everything with, and it's pretty nice little scanner, but it can go into in depth. And I checked it, and I was looking at cylinder 1, and it's running 15 to 20% richer than all the other 5 cylinders. So in that seeing that, that's what I'm getting at. Seeing that, being that the O2 sensor, it was saying that it had a slow response. Bank 1 sensor 1 slow response is what it was saying. So that O2 sensor, I guess the heater or just it wasn't making good connection or something. I don't know. I put a new plug on it and everything. So anyway, I'm just going to replace the number 1 spark plug because it's been running rich. So I don't know if it's getting fouled, getting a lot of carbon buildup on the electrode. So I'm just going to replace it and the O2 sensor and see how it goes. So once I get this sensor out, I'll show you, and I'll also show you what else you'll need if the O2 sensor doesn't come with. I'll show you in just a second. Okay, that's out. That's the Bosch plug, and it don't look really bad. It don't look terrible. I mean, it's pretty decent. But it don't matter about the end of it. It matters about the electrode in the thing itself. What you want to do is when you put that on there, don't worry about the plug and the cords. Just wind it up. Just make sure that plug don't get caught on nothing and rip anything out. But I'm gonna stick this new one in. And by the way, that Bosch plug is free. It's still under warranty. So that's a shocker. I think most O2 sensors, if they don't tell you, they usually come with a 1-year warranty. So that one's still under warranty. What you'll need is a 3/8 breaker bar, a 6 or 8 inch extension. I just had a 6 and I put a 2-inch extension on it. You'll need a 3/8 ball swivel or knuckle swivel. I call that a knuckle swivel. But yeah, okay. What I was going to mention is that this is like a copper paste. It's called anti-seize. It's a thread lubricant because the O2 sensor threads are steel. The aluminum exhaust pipe down there on the back, or I think it's aluminum. It was either titania or some type of dioxide metal. Anyway, it'll seize if you don't have this. But if you do spark plugs and you have aluminum heads, I'm sure you already have a tube of this laying around. It's called anti-seize. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I am sorry about that. I had some company come by. Okay, where was I? O2 sensor. Okay. Now, I showed you the anti-seize. Now comes the part of the O2 sensor. You just want to pull this cap off. A little plastic cap comes around it. You want to put some of this around the threads of the O2 sensor. I'm going to try to do this one-handed here, so bear with me. To start it, just get it hand started down in there, threaded, because you don't want to cross thread and be all in a pickle. Just get it started like I do right here. And you'll have to make sure you don't pull nothing, because that wire's gonna be coming around with it. Just pull it up and twist it. Okay, that feels like it's on there. Now, comes the part. I'm gonna sit you down. Now comes the part where you put the socket. Excuse me, the screen might have went upside down there for a minute. Sorry about that. It's raining, it's cold, or it's raining and it's wet. Now, you want to take your plug or your socket, go over the plug, make sure it gets on there, and it's on there. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to take your breaker bar and just tighten it back up, but you don't want to tighten it. You don't want to tighten it so tight where it's like unbearable to undo it. Get it a little more than snug and then some, if that makes sense. I'm gonna put you down and I'll be right back. Okay, now that's on. And I know this video is starting and stopping a lot, but I do apologize for that. I have two hands and a cell phone. Now what you want to do is you just want to plug everything back up. You want to put this, or excuse me, you want to put this back, but I'm going to be replacing the number one cylinder, so I'll be right back. Okay. So what you want to do, since this is an aluminum head, you want to take and put some anti-seize on the threads, since this is aluminum head and this is a steel body shank on the, or threads on the spark plug. Now this is an E3 plug. It's a E3.44. They burn hotter, burn better, and does give more power. The reason I didn't have that, and I just had one of the original AC Delco plugs, was because I can't remember. So there. But all the other plugs, the other 5 plugs, are E3. But if you notice, this one has really been hot and burning hot. Now I don't know if it's because it's had a lot of carbon on it, or if it's because that O2 sensor has been making it fire more, making it fire less, retarding it, I don't know. But we're going to find out. So I'm going to put this in and I'll be right back. Okay, now that's done. I put that plug back on it. Well, put that on there. We'll put this on. And you want to push that back on there just like the old O2 sensor plug was. Just push that on there. Now I put dielectric grease in between the threads just in case it started to corrode or something, or just in case is what I've done, just in case. Yeah, so okay, yeah, now that's done. That's all done. This tab goes back on top of the plug. I guess I should have not dropped it just then. Great. Okay, well, it's on there. I don't need that plug anyway. It's just a little finger tab that goes in between just in case, but it don't need it. Now, the fun part. Oh, I gotta put this plug wire back on it. Okay, now that's on. What you want to do now is just take your cool pack and make sure you didn't get no wires or nothing, and just set it right down in there. Now, okay, that's done. Now you just want to put your screw back in. There it is. I really need to start using my magnetic tray. Put your screw in the top right here. It's 10 millimeter. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but right down in here is a plug that you have to plug into the coil pack. And there's two on this side. There's a wide one and a little one. Unplug that wide one right there. And we'll grab this other one down in here. Like I said, there's two plugs on that side. Get your 10 millimeter. Sorry about that, had some more company. Okay, what you want to do now, put your 10 millimeter bolt right here where my finger's at. Then down here, there's a stud on the head, which the coil pack tightens down. There's 4 bolts holding the coil pack down. I've lost 2. Frankly, because I don't have a garage, I'm doing this on a driveway. But you just take and tighten it down, and I don't know why it's not going on there. There we go. Okay. The bottom one's a 13. The bottom one's a 13. Top one's a 10. Now we'll just put our tools up. I'll get my scanner out and I'll show you, and I'll be right back. Okay. Now I've already done cleared the light, so it shouldn't come on. But let's see how it starts. Awesome. Now let me get my scanner out. Okay, so now I'm going to do some diagnosing here. If you're wondering where I got the scanner at, I actually got it at Harbor Freight. Yes, I know, don't go judging just yet. But it is an awesome... See? Slow response. That was pending. Now, I'm just going to erase that. Erase that. We're going to do a live data test. Complete data set. We're going to O2 sensor. And it's working. Awesome. Let's give it some gas and see what happens. Shorter fuel trims. That's awesome. We'll let off the gas. That's the DXL. And that is awesome. We'll read the second one, which is after the cat. And that is good. See, you want those short fuel trims, which is the up and down lines, looks like a heartbeat. Awesome. And that completes the O2 change. Any questions, comments, just leave them in the section and I will answer them as soon as I can. And I do apologize for the video being choppy back and forth.